It's the Greek Podcast, and of course, we're sponsored by Brayman BMW in Jupiter and West Palm. Your next luxury car, make sure it's with Brayman. That's where you got to go. We're at New York Prime. Love the place. Great steak. I'm with my boy Ryan. So much going on. There's only, I think, 58 days of Christmas. So I'm just saying. Last time we were here, I knew you were putting together a special gift for your wife.
Big one.
It was very nice. It was beautiful. I got excited. I thought that was for me.
Right. Sorry, no Christmas for you this year.
Sorry. I said I never wore a woman's watch, but you know what? I'll go with it. All right, we got to address the main things in our society. Are Jets over? Are we still alive?
Oh, God.
After the Vikings beat them, the Jets are what? 3-4.
3-4.
They got the Bears this week. They can beat the Bears.
We got the Bears this week. Then we got the Dolphins next week, and then I think we got New England after that, right? I don't know.
New England's on a roll. They're not losing the
Oh
rest of the
God,
year.
they're gonna win out.
Yeah, they'll probably get Peterson.
Yeah.
They'll get a couple other guys.
The Rams look unbelievable.
Oh, the Rams and Rams and Pats look good.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs. Chiefs look good.
The Chiefs look fantastic.
Yeah, I mean New England, but Brady, they're just on a roll. He's got so many receivers.
Mahomes is for real.
Oh, he's good.
For
he was
real.
good in college.
Oh,
he was
phenomenal.
Good.
Phenomenal.
And you know what? We shouldn't say this, but I will. Hats off to the fat man. Andy Reid pulled the plug. And Alex Smith was good. They made the playoffs last year. Not a lot of coaches would do that. And Andy said, you know what?
You got to play the hot hand. And
we're going with the kid.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't even know the hot hand. He was just so good at practice.
But he was frustrated. He was frustrated with an offense that won the Super Bowl, and they're just anemic this year. They don't look good. The defense is frustrated. You can see where they're playing. They're not gelling.
No, you talking about the Eagles or the Chiefs?
No, I'm talking about the Eagles.
All right, I was talking about the Chiefs. Yeah, Andy Reid. I'm talking about the Chiefs.
Right. It's funny you said Andy Reid.
You think Eagles? I know.
Sorry, wrong year.
Wrong decade.
Wrong decade.
He's been with the Chiefs like 11 years, but it's right. But no, Andy Reid did a great job, and the Pats look good.
Yes.
I mean, last week they're playing the Bears. They do everything right. They just do. They block a punt. They return a kickoff. You know, it's just like you look at them, and it's funny because everybody. I hear more narratives about the people saying Patriots aren't going to be good this year. They're going to win less. They're still the Patriots.
You've been saying this for 17 years.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Since Drew Brees fell in the bucket. Thank you, Mo.
Oh, my God.
Listen, every year the Pats are they're in it. They're in it every year.
He meant Drew Bledsoe, by the way.
You know what? Let's cut this and start again. This is horrible. I had a really, really long day.
He's like Drew Brees.
When I say Drew Brees. The other Drew.
It's okay.
It's been a long day. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It was Bledsoe that I was talking about. And yes, for 17 years, they've been the hot hand.
Yep.
And it's frustrating because, as you know, and it's not even just because they're in the division from a team that I love.
Yeah.
It's you're waiting for them to be bad.
Yeah, they're not gonna be.
They have no-name offenses constantly.
No, he's got 6 good outs now right now. He's got Gronk. He's got Edelman.
He's got
Patterson.
But you know what? I mean, like,
he's got Gordon. Huge game last week.
That's my point, is that you've got players that it reminds me of Warner's receivers, where if any of these guys, if Edelman were a slot receiver on any other team, he'd just be another guy that you can target. Gronk is a beast.
Yep.
He is an absolute beast. I
think Edelman's great. I mean, Amendola, you know what I mean? He came down here. He's having a good year. He really is. But I mean, it's not just it's the team, but it's the whole system. It's Brady. It's being able to throw the passes. It's everything.
It's Brady.
Yeah, he's great.
It's Brady. And talking about Drew Brees and talking about guys like Aaron Rodgers, talking about guys like Brady, if something were to happen to any of them, they're done.
Oh, of course.
Without Brady, that team is nowhere.
Well, the only thing with Brady is when they had Jimmy, they did get. I mean, don't forget, last year he was suspended 4 games. They went 3-1. They wouldn't win all. No, I agree with you. Aaron Rodgers goes out of Packers. They lose 8 in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, they're done. Breeze, I mean, forget it. Those are special kind of quarterbacks that don't come along.
Right.
Do you think Darnold could be that guy for the Jets?
I think. Listen, I mean, look.
I don't think so. He's gonna be good.
I think that Darnold can look, and obviously I'm talking with green smoke coming out of my mouth. I mean, Darnold can be a franchise quarterback, but it's his freshman year, and he's a kid and he needs to learn.
Yeah.
And it's not like he sat behind an all-pro and looked at the timing of the system and looked at the speed of the game. And I mean, they shoved him in there, so I give him credit for what he's done. That being said, from a game planning standpoint, when the Jets' running game is on, Darnold can perform.
Oh, anybody, yeah.
I mean, but it's not just anybody. I mean, you have to have that business mix.
Yeah.
You have to have that mix of offense, and
well, the defense got to worry about pass and then run. When you don't have anything, you throw 8 guys in a box so they can blitz them.
That's exactly right.
How about the Giants? I know you said this last year.
Oh my God, the Giants.
Oh, the Giants are
Just
bad.
the worst play calling ever. Forget about how they're not. You know what? And they didn't even play that badly.
No, they
It
coulda
was
won.
Bad
They
coaching
covered.
decisions.
I'll be the first to say, because most people are shy, I had the Falcons Monday night and lost with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, and I had the Giants money line and lost with 5 seconds left.
My girlfriend is now my wife, says, why do you do this?
What's wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
I mean, you know, but
Good bread, by the way.
But realistically, the Giants could have and had a legitimate potential to win that game. And you got to remember that the other
They
team
were always
does
down.
think- but they had an opportunity to win the game. You don't go for 2. Right?
That's
You-
him. That was the
stop.
coach.
You don't go for 2. It's a ridiculous play. You don't run Eli Manning up the middle twice when you've got 53 seconds on the clock and
Yeah.
you can. It's bad play calling.
Well, I think the first thing they should do, and they didn't do it.
And those are just 2 examples.
Yeah, and a lot of teams don't do it. They waste you need 11 points. You waste so much time, no matter what, to win or tie, you need 11 points. Kick a field goal with 2 minutes and 8
Absolutely.
seconds. So you get 3. If you don't get the onside, you're not winning anyway.
Exactly.
Because they put
So it
so much
doesn't-
more pressure.
It doesn't. Right. It
They
doesn't
get the ball
matter.
5 seconds. What are you going to
Correct.
do? You're going to onside, throw a bomb?
Well, they had the ball with 55 seconds, and there's nothing you can do. I mean,
No, kick the
it's-
3. Because you know what? The same pressure a team feels on getting an onside kick, they'll feel if they're down by 3 or they're up by 8. Because they go,
Exactly.
we got to get it. We got to get it.
Exactly.
So I would kick the 3 with 2 minutes and 8 seconds and then try it.
You got another possession coming.
If-
as long
if-
as you can stop them.
Yeah, but if you can't, just onside kick it because you're not going to win.
Right.
Now, is Odell like a girl that's just great in bed and you got to handle it every day?
Oh, my
Because he's
God.
such a bitcher.
He's such a
You know.
bitcher, right? I like that.
Now, when Eli started, I read a great
He's
book.
frustrated.
Yeah, but I read a great book with Tiki Barber and he had James Sharkey.
Yeah, sure.
And he said that it was first year, they would scream at him in a huddle, I'm open. And Eli said he couldn't take it. So when they both left, the next year Giants win the Super Bowl.
Right.
I think the same thing happens that, first of all, the line sucks, but I think he's thinking every play, I got to throw to Odell.
Right.
And if he's open, yes. But I think every time.
But I think what you're saying is that if the play isn't designed to go to OBJ,
He's pissed.
But he has to be mentally in Manning's progression.
Oh, yeah, he's just, yeah.
So if the play is not designed to go that way,
He gets pissed. And then he comes back to the huddle, he beefs,
Right.
you see him going his hands, kicking the thing. He's going at 2 guys. Like last week, the Chargers play, I don't know if you saw it, and there was a wide receiver, and he was opening the end zone, and he bitched. And Phillip Rivers grabbed him on the sidelines, and the announcer said when he lined up, there was 2 guys there.
Right.
One guy came
You
off.
gotta read the defense.
So Rivers just went off, but Rivers got in his face. Eli's not getting in front of Odell's play. No way.
No, Odell.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was at Odell's house right now, cleaning his patio, power washing it. Here you go, Odell. What do you think? And I think the Giants also thought when they signed Odell, like that was going to die, and it didn't. He is who he is.
He is.
He's got, Lil Wayne texted him on the sidelines.
Right.
It's just so much drama. They're 1-6. That's so bad.
It is bad. It is bad. And look, I mean, arguably he's definitely a top 10 receiver.
Oh yeah, he is.
Without a doubt.
No doubt.
Without a doubt.
I would say he's probably top 5.
He reminds me of Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing. He's talented. He's got skills.
Oh,
he's got
Cinco was
hands.
great too.
Yeah, and he was.
But they're T.O. They're all
Exactly.
That's my point. That's why I said it's like a girl who's great in the sack. Yeah.
Jerry Rice never ever had.
No.
Right.
No, but it's like I said, it's a girl who's great in the sack and you deal with it.
Right.
Because you got to hear every day, why are we going here? Why don't we do that? Buy me a bag.
But again, the problem is that if you're a marquee receiver on a team that really has second-rate receivers other than you, it's hard. It's hard to win.
But
It's
you
hard.
also got to be a head coach and be like, you know what? Shut up.
Right.
You're going to bitch up or bitch outside. He goes to the
Right.
media. It makes it look so bad. It's just a
And
whole.
there's nothing worse than a team that's 1-5 or 1-6, and then they have a guy that makes them look worse.
Yeah. And
So
they're cocky, like they're in the end zone scoring.
Right.
You're 1-6.
Right.
Stop. What are
If
you
you
doing?
score a touchdown, give the ball to the ref.
That's
and move
right.
on.
Make
Just
like you've been
move
there.
on.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah, the Giants are disarray.
Yeah.
The Dolphins got more injuries right now. It's unbelievable. They're like a mass unit. Everybody's out. They might get Kim Kardashian and be receiver. They're playing tomorrow night against Houston. I'm saying the whole 401k on Houston.
Oh, yeah.
First half
The
and
whole
again.
thing? So all in?
All in.
First
7.5.
First half.
First half. And then double down.
And then
I said today, whoever won Mega Millions should bet the whole thing on Houston.
what's the line in that first half? 4?
4?
Yeah.
I can't see it. Houston's playing good. They won
Lay
4 in a row. And the Dolphins, you know what? I mean, they're Dolphins. They're all right. They're not a bad team, but they have too many injuries.
Right.
I mean, the front line, the offensive line, defensive line, Stills is out, Wilson's out. I mean, they're banged up.
Yeah.
I think Tannehill's happy he's not playing Thursday night. He's
Right.
probably like, I don't feel good. I'm not going to play.
They're calling Fred Taylor. How's your ankle?
How's your ankle, Fred? So will the Jets get over the number? 6 is a push.
6 is a push.
So we're halfway. This
This
game's big.
is a big one.
Yeah.
And the Dolphin game is a big one.
Yeah. This one, but if we can get this one, I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And I think they can beat the Bears.
The problem is that Chicago is a team on a mission right now.
Well, the Bears
Yeah.
they looked terrible last week.
Yeah.
That's what's bad because
And
they
they
looked bad
looked-
last
they looked
week.
bad
They might
2
look-
weeks.
Yeah, they
Right.
did. They lost to the Dolphins. They lose to New England. I don't think the quarterback's that great, and it depends how Mac is. Like Mac's been
Right,
banged
right.
up a little. If he plays, then it's a whole different game. There's going to be a lot of points. One thing, the
Yeah.
Jets point, last 3 weeks, Jets have been scoring.
Yeah.
And their opponents too.
Right.
Minnesota, they had no chance.
It's gonna be. Oh God.
Cousins is good. He was
is
throwing
good.
the rock.
He is good.
Did you watch the game?
He is good. Of course, did I watch the game?
I'm just saying. Oh yeah,
He's
he
a cat
was.
of a rump.
Yeah, I thought, at the end, I thought the Jets might make a move.
I thought they were going to also.
Yeah, 'cause it
I
seems
was
like they
praying
wake up
for
in the
it.
fourth
And
quarter.
I will tell you, I did well in all my games except every week I get a cheap,
Yeah.
not a big number, but I make a crazy teaser. And this week was my AFC crazy teaser.
Yeah.
And I hit on every one.
Yeah.
And I had the Jets plus 10.
Did they recover?
No.
Oh.
So I lost.
It is the Greek
Oh,
Podcast.
God.
We're at New York Prime. You got to come here for any occasion. Steak's awesome. The atmosphere is awesome. It's a great place. I made my biggest mistake in my life here. I got married. Wow. I'm just telling you, this is it. We are definitely sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars of Jupiter and West Palm Beach. Your next luxury car should be with Brayman. Take it from me. It's a great place to go. We got so much more to go in. Sports, gambling, casinos. I'll tell you about our situation at Live Nightclub, where if you sit down, it's $2,500. You're like, I'll stand. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Before you
It's the
have a
Greek, and it's my boy Ryan at New York Prime. Peace.
I'm Jillian, and this is my BMW M235, and I got it here at Brayman BMW of Jupiter. Brayman is really close to home, and everyone is so friendly here.
Hi, Jillian.
Hi. My mom wanted me to get a safe car, and Brayman Service Department has me in and out fast. Plus, because of Club Brayman, I get to race here on a real track. Sorry, Mom.
Fall into exceptional BMW savings. Get world-class Club Brayman benefits and best price. Go to whybrayman.com, West Palm Beach and Jupiter.
Hey, it's the Greek Podcast. We're at New York Prime, and we're sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars of West Palm Beach and Jupiter. Remember, your next luxury car, they got the keys. Make it happen. Again, it's about knowing people. That's what I always talk about. Your good friends. I had some friends that came down from New York about 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen a couple of them in 20 years, and I got to be honest with you, I could wait another 20 years.
I'm done.
I got my one buddy who used to be in the food business, and I thought of you. And every time we order something, he tells you what it costs.
Right.
So we went to Prime 112, and I got some risotto and lobster. It was a lot. It was $82. He goes, you know what they pay for that? He goes, I'm telling you, $14 tops. They're making 60 on you. As the
Right.
guy's bringing it over, I'm looking at him like, dude, I don't care. Go get a drink. He gets whatever it was. Kettle One or whatever. You know what
Right.
they're paying for that? I'm
Like
like,
80 cents.
I'm like,
Right.
I don't care.
Doesn't
Like,
matter.
stop.
Right.
You can't do this to me.
That's it.
It's-
When you roll up to Le Cirque and you're gonna have a nice dinner.
The Cirque, that is the Cirque. With all the little monkeys.
Right, exactly.
That's all the little
Yeah,
statues.
I mean, you think a hamburger at 21 Club that the meat costs any more than a hamburger at Five Guys? I mean, it's
I told the story
It's the
today at
experience.
Penthouse. One of my bookmakers years ago, I was at Le Cirque, and he went to the door. He went to the maitre d' and he walked in. The guy was sharp though, but he goes, "Yo, I'm looking for Greek." The guy was like, "What?" And I'm like in the corner, sitting next to Harry Kissinger. I'm like, "No.
Right.
Stop, Mary Tyler Moore. I'm right there. I got it." So anyway, Ryan likes to crack me because I am a little bit of a shoe horse, clothes horse. That was the term. So he's seeing, he goes, "Oh, what are you buying online?" And it was a pair of Prada shoes. So,
during the break, I thought he was putting a bet in.
no, I'm buying a pair of
He was
shoes.
buying a pair of Prada shoes.
And I got to mail them to his house.
Ferragamo or Prada?
Prada. I got to mail them to his house because I'm on cutoff at my house.
He wants to save the tax.
It was like so pathetic. A couple of weeks ago, I bought a pair of shoes. So I didn't want to hear my girlfriend, who's now my wife. Now, this is how something crazy happens. So I get the shoes, and I'm hiding them because I don't want her to see. So it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I thought of it. I left in my office, like, oh, let me go throw them out. So I go downstairs, I take the shoes out, I throw them in my closet. There's 160 pairs, she'll never find them, right? I take the box, I put it in a garbage can, I'm bringing it, and I say, oh, I might as well bring the garbage out. as I'm bringing garbage out, it was still like a little, and the garage door was going up. I almost went right into the garage door.
Hung himself.
Yeah.
All that work at 3 a.m. And he goes back into bed. And she goes, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I forgot to take the garbage out.
I forgot to take the garbage out.
I'm doing this for you. I'm waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning for you."
I forgot to take the garbage out. That's what it was.
Right.
You meet the most. This week I had to do a lot of radio in Miami with 940 wins, and I had to go early. So, I mean, you get up 5 o'clock. And there is, and my dad used to say this, and other people, between 2 and 5, the people that are out, they're
We call
usually
them
out all
vampires.
night.
Vampires.
Yeah. And their whole demeanor, and like
Yeah.
I walk into Dunkin' and I'm happy. You know, it's 5
Right.
o'clock, but I should be. I got a life. And you know the person like doesn't want to see you.
Right.
Like, oh, this kid sucks. I wish he would just not. And the guy's like, hey, it was just open, you know, putting on the apron. But it's 5 o'clock.
Right.
I mean, you open it
Time
up.
to make, listen, they say time to make the donuts.
That's
I mean,
right.
that's-
Yeah.
you know.
So the guy's like, oh, we got a problem. It's going to be a couple of minutes. I go, I can wait. And he was like, oh. But it's so
We're all out of coffee.
Yeah, it's so funny. And then you're driving on 95 or the turnpike, and there's massive trucks, and they're going back and forth. Now, you know these guys are falling asleep.
Oh, yeah.
You know. So you're trying to pass them, and then I go down I go past the Hard Rock Stadium. I pull in there, and then I turn around, and then I went to a different Dunkin' because I couldn't get the coffee up here in Boca. So I go down there. It was the same thing. They were cranky too. So look, if you work at an establishment, I know it sucks to work sometimes in the morning, but be decent. And then you got the people who order stuff and shoot in. That's
Right.
like the new thing, and they got an attitude when they walk in. You know, oh, that's fine. Yeah, how do you know? I mean, there's been a lot of people.
the online order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a problem in Starbucks. They were telling us the other day where people were just walking in taking stuff,
Grabbing things.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, I want this, but I'll take this. I don't
that's
have to
good.
wait. How brutal is that? I mean, did you see A Star Is Born?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so what do you think?
Phenomenal.
Really?
Phenomenal.
Wow.
I thought it was first of all, I think she's incredibly talented.
I tell you, because when I saw it, you know, it was a big surprise, obviously.
Because he and I look so much alike. Is that what you thought of me?
A little bit.
Yeah. Bradley leads.
But the whole thing was when she was, you know, starting to get famous, and everybody's like surprised. So I was sitting next to, you know, the girlfriend's now wife.
Right.
And there was some other guy, and I go, I don't know why they're surprised. It's Lady Gaga. And this guy looked at me. He gave me the dirtiest look. I'm like, oh, you didn't know that? It was Lady Gaga's movie? It was okay. I don't know.
I thought it was pretty cool because they really patterned her character after her.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of expectations, though, that I had with the movie, because I heard for some people it's great. It was good, but
I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have expanded on a little bit.
Do you think
There
the
was
manager, when he talked to him, made him like hang himself? In case
yeah,
you didn't see it, sorry.
absolutely.
You think so?
Yeah.
Eh,
The ship hits an iceberg and it sinks.
That's
We
it.
ruined it for you.
That was it.
No. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was. I mean, and I'm not a movie guy. Like,
Yeah,
the last
me
movie
either.
I saw was like Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not movie people. My wife and I have no patience for it. I'm on the phone. She's like, "Get off the phone. Shut up. I'm on a conference call.
yeah.
Leave me alone. I got to work here."
Conference
pay for
call, I
this
love
stuff."
him. He's always on conference
Oh
call.
my
He's ordering
God, it's
socks.
ridiculous. Call me quick.
So I got 2 popcorns, a couple drinks, and no matter what happens, again, my girlfriend's now my wife comes over, and I feel like she steps on me a little. You know what I mean? Like she did with my landscaper.
You got 2 popcorns?
It was 2 popcorn.
You don't share popcorn?
Oh, one popcorn. One
Okay.
popcorn, 2 sodas,
His
whatever.
wife now,
yeah. And so she doesn't eat popcorn.
Oh.
So it was like $27. So she comes over and she goes, "That sounds like a lot." And I go, and I got an M&M's. I go, "That's what it is." She goes, "All right, it just sounds like a lot." And all of a sudden the girl goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I charged you for 2 popcorns." She goes, "In the M&M's, you got the small." It says, she goes, "Actually," she goes, "it's 18." So she looks at me and just laughs because my landscaper.
Because you would have just paid it and
I don't
moved
know.
on.
I don't know. My landscape, I don't think I ever told you this. I got these trees one time. It was like 30 trees.
Right.
And they were $150 each. That's what he told me. I paid. They were 75. So she caught the bill. She goes, "Well, the first batch you got were 75. What was the second batch? 150. I don't know. I get a bill. I pay it. So I call him up. He's a nice guy. He goes, "Gee, I don't do my bills. I swear to God." He goes, "Somebody does it. It was a mistake." He goes, "I'll send you a check." And he did. But again, she always, every time. My car, she walked in, got a better price.
So your line to her has to be, "That's why I brought you on the team."
That's it. That's what I told her. That's why you're here. You're here. That's
I mean,
it.
realistically, before you, I could take care of it myself.
I get. I didn't even know I was making mistakes.
I brought you on the team to save you money.
That's it. Actually, I'm not saving money.
Right.
I didn't know about it. I'm just saying. When you don't know about things, that's part of it. That's my point. When you
Right.
know about it, you do. And even though it was a little popcorn, a little something, I felt like a school buddy. I'm like, oh God, and I can't even, like, you know, the girl like that. And I look at her and I go, why do you do better math? You pay attention. Why am I getting screwed here?
Yeah,
it's not fair.
It's her fault.
It really is
It
somebody's
really
fault.
is. It's never our fault.
We're meeting a good friend of ours, Jason, and I think it's so unique because Jason and I met through Ryan, and I like him. He's a good guy. He's the guy with the famous birthday line that Ryan wants me to come to the birthday, but he didn't want me to come. So we've gone back and forth to say we're going to go to dinner for like a year and a half.
A long time.
So finally tonight he said we're going to go to dinner. I see him yesterday. He goes, but I'm not coming alone. He goes, I got to bring Ryan. Which I thought was ironic. It was so perfect. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad Ryan's coming. And it's just so funny the way he is because he just kills me. So what is the bottom line? Do you think Florida's going to get sports betting? Because we got a big amendment coming up.
This amendment, the way that
And it's
they're pushing
confusing.
it is confusing. It's not confusing if you read it and understand it.
Yeah.
But the problem is as we know, no
Nobody reads
one's
it.
going to read and understand it.
Yeah.
And the real problem is that if it passes,
It's bad.
it's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, Amendment 3 is bad. I mean, if you want sports gaming, Amendment 3 is bad. When you have a bill
Yeah.
that is completely sponsored, funded, and co-written
By a casino.
by Disney
Yeah.
and the Seminoles.
Yeah, it's not good.
And I like Disney, I like the Seminoles.
Yeah.
But look, they're in business to be in business, and the only way they're going to make money is if no one else is competing with them.
So if it doesn't pass, is it the first step to Florida getting sports betting?
If it does pass, it's the last step to Florida getting sports.
So we'll never get it.
So we'll never get it.
Yeah.
If Amendment 3 passes, we'll never get it.
Okay.
Never's a big statement, but
Yeah, probably not.
But the hurdle gets way higher.
No.
Now, if it doesn't pass, so I think what you're saying is if it doesn't pass, does that mean that enough people actually care about it, that there's a message?
Sure.
And yeah, I mean, I
Now,
think
is
there's
there a
message
minimum
there.
that has to have, or just more votes the other way? There's no.
No, it's a pass-fail. So Amendment 3 passing is majority.
Okay, so if it's 8 to 10,
If I mean, if it passes by a majority, it passes.
and what is that number? Do you know?
I mean, it's 51%. I mean,
Oh, that's it.
I think,
So,
it's win
okay.
by a vote.
Okay, so that's it. So we get
But
screwed.
if
So
amend-
vote,
but hold
people.
on. But if Amendment 3 passes,
We're screwed.
The way the amendment is written is that it puts the ability for Florida to get voting in the hands of the voters, which sounds like a very, very good thing for gaming in Florida.
But it's not.
not. Because the way it's written is if it goes to the hands of the voters, 60% of the populace has to vote
To get it.
for gaming, and 60% of the populace has never voted for anything.
So you never get it.
You never get it.
So Amendment 3, vote no.
Vote no.
Vote no.
Right.
That's what you got to do, people. There it is. If you want sports gambling in the state of Florida.
And if you don't want sports gambling, don't vote.
That's it. Don't vote. Now, suppose nobody votes. What happens? Not one person.
It doesn't pass.
Okay. So then that's
I hope
not
it rains. I hope it rains in Central Florida.
I hope it rains in Tallahassee.
Right.
Speaking of Central Florida,
I'm going to
how-
Tallahassee tomorrow.
are you really?
Yeah.
We'll get a school?
I'm looking at the school, and then I got a meeting with an oceanographer up there as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're going to fix the beaches.
I was going to say,
That's right here,
you're
so.
going to be winging that. Like, oh, God.
No, I'm bringing up gear.
Oh, really? I was going
I'm
to say,
I'm prepared.
you're going to sit there with oceanographer?
Listen, the only thing I don't prepare for is this. 'Cause it's easy. I don't have to prepare for this. I love you. I love steak. This stuff. Whatever. This is lunatic.
Good.
It's good stuff. you
Yeah,
know?
so he doesn't
I mean,
prepare.
we're always prepared for things like this.
Now, you're going up there. What school are you going to look at?
Florida State.
Oh, again. So Tallahassee.
Yeah, we're going to Tallahassee.
Now, where do you want her to go? Gators?
University of Florida.
You do.
Yeah, go Gators.
Is it tough to get in? We carry the Gators on
Very
Real
tough.
Radio. Don't forget.
You do.
I got some juice in Florida.
There you go. No, I'd rather have her in Gainesville.
Does she know that?
Yeah, and she'd rather be there.
Now, do you, as a parent, do you get that thing sometimes where people say, like, I don't want to push them one way because then they go the other way?
No, I want to push her to a state school because I don't feel like spending $300,000 on NYU.
Oh, that's
where she
ridiculous.
also wants to go.
NYU, forget it. That's not worth it.
Yeah, it's NYU, Johns Hopkins, University of Florida, and Florida State's her safe school.
And what does she want to be? Does she know?
Yeah, criminal psychology.
Really?
Analytics, yeah.
Wow, which is what? She wants to just figure, study minds of
listen,
people who are criminals?
my whole family is nuts. She's good at it. She wants to get paid for it.
Can't she just maybe go on Law and Order? and save,
SVU.
save all the money and not even worry
Right,
about
you
it?
wanna be an actress?
So this is the first one going to college?
This is not the first person in my family. But
No,
yeah, my
first,
daughter.
yeah. So and the other two, do they have aspirations too? Do you think or no?
Yeah, well, my munchkin, my 10-year-old, she wants to be like a chef in space, and you know,
She wants to be a bookmaker.
Yeah, she wants to be a bookmaker.
Yeah, she wants to be a bookmaker. The other one wants to be a
My
loan
middle
shark.
daughter wants to be a yeah.
So remember, Amendment 3, if
No
you
good.
don't want it, vote no, because then it's not going to happen. If you vote yes, the
No
Seminole
game.
and everybody's going to get it. We're going to get screwed.
That's it.
And that's it. Now,
Yeah, it's
any
not
other
good.
big things coming on the ballot that you think of?
I mean, listen, I don't want to preach my political views here, but
No, but the gambling thing's
no, I mean,
important.
but no, I mean, look, I think that here's the thing. I think that people. Here's the other thing I'll say.
And we
I
love
don't care-
Seminole, by the
I
way.
don't care who you vote for, but if you're going to vote, vote with your head, not with your heart.
Or your
You
pocket.
have to- Well, if you're voting with your pocket,
Yeah.
you're voting one way.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying if somebody's duking you, give them a vote.
Yeah, no.
I want to run for
Never.
governor, and if I run for
I vote
governor,
for him.
and I run for governor, and you vote for me,
That's
you get
right.
$100.
Right, and I'm going to go as lieutenant governor because I'm younger.
How about this? I said this: if I opened the bank, one of my things would be that one day out of the year, somebody, I don't know who, would get a zero added to their account, and that would be my bank policy.
That's your.
Yeah, if you come with us, I don't know who, once a year, it could be somebody has $10 in the bank, it could be somebody has $10 million.
Right.
But we're going to add a zero. And that's my policy.
Just for the halibut.
Yeah, just because we
you go.
appreciate your business.
Right.
We're not giving you a calendar or a coffee pot.
Right,
We're
right.
adding a zero.
No more toasters.
Yeah, what do you think?
Did you
There's-
see my post? By the way, I do social media. Did you see my Facebook post yesterday?
No, what was it?
I said I'm giving away $10 million. I did. I put up a Facebook post.
For what?
I said
Mega
the first
Millions?
100 people
Yeah.
that give me well wishes.
Yeah.
If we win, I wrote we. I said the first 100 people that give me well wishes. If we win, I'll give you 100,000 apiece. I have like 150 new friends.
All right.
Everybody's
Now, if
my-
somebody
everybody's my
won
buddy.
Mega Millions, let's say a good friend.
1.6 South Carolina.
In South Carolina. South Carolina got more press for that than they ever did their whole
Ever.
campaign of their life. If somebody won and they were your friends, what do you think that they should give you? Or should they give you anything?
Like so let's use me and you.
Yeah.
Because we're friends.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
in the
no,
friend zone.
beyond friends.
Right. If I won.
Yeah.
All right. We should write some numbers down on a napkin right now.
Yeah.
But if I would have won.
Yeah.
I definitely would have given you and your former girlfriend, who's now your wife, because that's what she's referred to on the show
Yeah.
always. I would have given you guys at least something with 3 commas in it. I don't know if it would be 10 million or 1 million, but you're getting $1 million, no question.
Really?
Oh, for sure.
You would?
Absolutely.
See, I had you down for $82.
Cash. There would have been a caveat. I would have given him $1 million.
Cash. I was giving $82 and a box of Tide,
But-
and I got a parking basket of Jets, and I give it to you. Because it was so funny how everybody was so fake, and everybody was nicer to everybody. Like, hey, what's up? Hey, look good today. If you hit, don't forget, call me.
By the way, we still got a shot tonight.
well, I don't have tonight.
Tonight's the Powerball.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'm on a budget, so I had to cut it back. It's the Greek Podcast. We're at New York Prime. We're sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars of West Palm Beach and Jupiter. You guys remember, hey, he's got it. He's always in. My boy Ryan. It's a great place. Don't forget Real Radio. You got Rover, the Penthouse, Love Doctors. We're at home of the Gators. You can catch the Gator game this week. The biggest cocktail party starts at 3:30. Pregame's 12:30. Who do you got? Georgia, Florida.
Obviously I want Florida, but the dogs are tough.
Yeah, Blake 8.
Yeah.
And then we got the NFL too, and we got the Greek Podcast. And remember, I'm the Greek and you're not. Peace. God bless. Now's the time to cut it.